Candle Vanrempuii from Mizoram will share her views. Please welcome her, Candle Vanrempuii from Mizoram.
Members of the jury, members of the House. Before you stands a woman of 20 who is a Christian by faith, a Mizo by race, a Mongoloid by ancestry, who speaks a Tibeto-Burman dialect as a native language, and who belongs to the scheduled tribe by constitutional provisions in Part 16 of the Constitution of India. But today, I make the proclamation that before you stands an Indian, and as an Indian speaking to fellow Indians, I greet you, Namaste. I am Candle Vanrempuii, representing the state of Mizoram, and my topic is connecting India geographically, culturally, and economically. Now, what do we understand by connecting India? India, as we know, is our home. It is the largest democracy in the world. It is at its youngest it has ever been, and it is also the epitome, the embodiment of the phrase unity in diversity. And when we say connecting India, we do not mean the outward connectivity of India. We mean the inward, spiritual unification of India. Now, this concept can be approached from 2 points. First is international unification, and the second is international unification. Now, I will focus on international unification, as this is the basis on which India, our country, our very own motherland, exists. Now, geographically, there are natural as well as political barriers and boundaries. And the government has taken every measure that it can to overcome these boundaries: railways, roadways, airways, and even waterways. So what can we as people do? Geographically, what we can do is we can come together, and like the rivers that flow in India, the Brahmaputra, Gangana, we can come from different places, but internally we can come together under the umbrella term that is India. Now, economically, the government again has done many measures, like the JAM Trinity, like the bank schemes that are available to economical minorities. However, what we as people can do is adopt a new economic Indian thought that will circulate from an intellectual circle and into the rest of the country, that operates on the doctrine of what can I do to serve my country when I have a business enterprise. And culturally, what we can do is from textbooks, from children's books to textbooks, from infancy to adulthood, let us be familiarized with each other's culture, so that we will view the different cultures as the organs of the body, different but all vital. So, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, members of the House, I plead you to do your part, not just the government, but to do your part. Because as important as the success of the government schemes are, is the idea behind the government, but behind the government's approaches. And that idea is a unified India, and ideas are bulletproof. And therefore, even if a man dies, an idea will live on forever. And the idea of a unified India is undefeatable, and it is you and I who can make this India together. Thank you.
So we had Candle Vanrempuii from Mizoram.